Okay guys, welcome to Vlogmas day 12? Question mark? I think it's day 12. And I would call it long awaited, although I'm sure it's not really all that long awaited, but we are officially going to go through my Christmas gift guide. I know I've been talking about putting this out for multiple days now because I've been working on this list, and shockingly enough, it wasn't even the guys that were stumping me. The younger girls, the younger boys, no problem. Men was relatively easy for me, but for some reason the women this year I've struggled. I have struggled. And I am a self-proclaimed very good gift giver. So, I did kind of leave out the kids this year just because I think kids are very easy to shop for. Like, just toys. Like, toys are so easy. But I did split it from girls 12 to 17, boys 12 to 17, and then men and women. Keeping fully in mind that there are things on the girls list that could be given to boys, things on the boys list that could be given to girls, and then same thing with men, women. Like, there are transversable things. I'm not even sure that I'm using that word correctly, but I get it. A lot of them overlap, but I didn't want to duplicate any of them on the lists because that just seemed like a waste of time. So, this is my 2025 gift guide. We are going to start with girls 12 through 17. I'm also just going to ramble these off. I might give a little bit of explanation to some of them, but really I feel like most of them don't require much of an explanation. First, maybe we should chug this because this is doing nothing for me and I am so desperate for energy right now. I'm going to have to walk home too because David's not getting home till super late. And I could fall asleep in this booth right now. Right now. The problem is they burnt the espresso shot, and so it's a little bitter and rough to ingest at the moment. Okay, we're done. Okay, so girls 12 through 17, we have an Awala water bottle. Anyone who has younger girls in their life right now knows that that is the in water bottle. Started out as the Hydro Flask, went to Stanley, now we're at Awala. So an Awala water bottle, always a good one. A perfume test set. Most girls that are younger, between the ages of 12 and 17, have not found their scent that they're going to be wearing for forever. So one of those test sets that come with a tiny little one of a bunch of different scents would be great. Always jewelry, because especially if they're a more responsible human, closer to the ages of 16, 17, maybe some nicer jewelry that's not the Walmart type jewelry. But I believe, at least in my opinion, around the age of 12 is when girls now are starting to get into jewelry and not just makeup. Body scrubs, fuzzy blanket, slippers, beauty things, so lotions, body sprays, makeup, which obviously I understand, you can't really pick out somebody's foundation or concealer, really, unless you know them very well. But, highlighters, Sunday Fridays. Why can't I think of that now? I'm having a brain fart, but the fancy lip stuff, skincare, face wash and scrubs and things like that. Digital cameras are super, super, super in. Heatless curl set, if they don't already have one, super in. Face masks, all girls love face masks. A tablet, which there's something that falls into this on the boys' side as well, but if this is not your child, please double check with the parent that they're okay that you get them this item. But especially around the age of 16, 17, when they're really starting to get into looking at colleges, potentially going off to college, things like that, a tablet could be very nice. Or if they have a tablet, you can even do the an Apple Pen to go with their Apple tablet if they have that. Fancy pens and notebooks. This is a personal thing. and it's probably one of David's least favorite personality traits about me, but I go buck wild for cute notebooks and fancy pens. Books. If you know them well enough to pick out a book in the genre that they like or from an author that they like, I don't know what has gotten into people these days. I am clearly not an it girl, an in girl. Simply not, because all the like cool girls are reading now, which is so great. Love that progression for the general population. Could never be me. But books are super in, especially like the romancy, fantasy books. Vinyls are super in if you can find them, like a Taylor Swift vinyl or whatever artist that they're into. Hair products like masks, oils, texturizing spray, hairsprays, things like that. Super, super in. Obviously, these lists range in price from very inexpensive to very expensive, but hopefully that was a pretty good comprehensive list for a girl 12 to 17. Now we're going to boys 12 to 17. First one on here is JBL speaker, preferably waterproof in case they want to like take it in the shower or something. A JBL speaker, Legos, joggers, shoes, like athletic shoes like Jordans or whatever, you know, that specific boy in your life wears. Sports ball of whatever kind that they use, football, soccer ball, whatever. A cologne, which they do also do the sets of cologne, kind of like the girls' perfume test set. They do colognes for boys as well, but cologne. An electric scooter, which again, check with parents, because depending on the boy, there are some boys that I would trust to ride an electric scooter, and there are many boys that I would not, because injuries will likely happen. LED strip lights, a new gaming chair or a gaming chair, gaming headphones, workout t-shirts. Boys these days are all into like the workout shorts, which are now above the knee, which is crazy, but workout shorts, joggers, workout t-shirts, live in them. Workout equipment, so like if I was home I would show you guys, but like I got David the adjustable weight last year. Something like that to where they can work out at home would be awesome, because between the ages of 12 and 17, a lot of gyms have either very specific rules that they have to be there with an adult or they're not allowed there at all. So gyms are not as quite easy access for boys under the age of 18. So that might be nice. A laptop, which again falls under the tablet category. A laptop, get parental permission, but around especially the older age of that, the 17-year-olds or so looking at going to college would be great. Slides, a shoe rack, which I know sounds lame, but when I tell you the younger generation of boys these days are so vain, like they care so much about their shoes, which goes with the next one as well, shoe wipes or cleaning kit. They care so much about the way that they look and how their hair is done, and that's not how it was when I was around that age at all. Like if you went into a male's room and it didn't smell like 2-week-old ham sandwich, it was, again, great progression for the world. So happy for them. But they love that kind of thing. A Ridge wallet or a similar type of like more fancy, not so childish wallet. I feel like around that age is when they start to phase out of the like Velcro folding wallets. Paracord bracelet, a dartboard, and this one is my personal favorite, a dash cam. They're at the age where they are starting to drive, and they will think it's cool, in theory, but as a parent, I think it's even cooler. I 100%, as soon as my child can drive, will be getting a dash cam put in her car. We got a while to go, though. She's not even out of me yet. Moving on to women. The candle warming lamp, which is super, super in. Children's birthstone jewelry. I want this so badly. I just unfortunately don't actually know when Ava is going to exit me. I know it will be February or March sometime, but I don't know which one. So, as soon as she is born, this will be on my wish list. I think they are so freaking cute. I love the birthstone of all the kids. A Stanley, Always a good gift. The digital calendar or chore chart, I don't know if you guys have seen them going around, but it's like all over the place right now where they like can make it on their phone and it connects to the board, to a huge digital board so that everyone can see it. Love that. I have pajamas on here, but specifically like in my Sundays pajamas, which are like kind of luxury pajamas, like between like $100 to $150 type level pajamas. Luxury pajamas are always so nice. Dyson or Shark hair tool, on the more expensive side, but if they don't have one, they are so good. Obviously, David got me the Dyson last year, and I use it every day. I don't necessarily curl my hair with it every day, but I use it frequently, and I love it. An electric coffee mug. This is something I was thinking about for my mom, because her and my dad are constantly reheating their coffee in the microwave, and the electric ones come with like I want to call it like a coaster kind of thing, I think, and you set it down and it like keeps it warm from the bottom up. So there's that. Photo tiles or frame. If your family is the kind that has like the family pictures hanging up and stuff, usually those don't get updated very often. So if you want to get them like the photo tiles to replace those with more updated pictures, I think that would be cute. Or a picture frame that you can upload pictures to, I think would be really, really cute. Crossbody bag, like the ones that go across this way, but not like a purse type one, like the ones that have like the pouch in the front. That kind of situation is super in, or just functional and more like sporty. Journal and fancy pens, kind of similar to the one that I have for the girls. I feel like a lot of women like to like journal, write down thoughts, and sucker for a fancy pen. Crochet kit. Crocheting is so super in right now, and depending on, the age of the woman in your family or life. Around my age, I definitely do not crochet, but my mom got me a crochet kit for the Owls of Harry Potter for my baby shower, and I am going to attempt it at some point, I promise. But a lot of people have gotten super into crocheting, so if you have that kind of crafty person in your life, that might be a good shout. Towel warmer. This is something I have wanted for a very long time, and we just simply do not have space for. But how luxury is that? Can you imagine how nice that would be to get out of the shower, usually when you're super cold because you're still wet, and to put on a towel that has been warmed for you? Like, that is some bougie stuff. I will be getting them one of those someday. Concert tickets. I'm always game for an experience. And not all concert tickets have to be insanely expensive. You don't have to go to the freaking Eras tour, although that's over. You know what I mean, though. You don't have to do something insane. But even just like local concert of somebody that they like, or a genre that they like, or whatever, would love. An espresso machine, if they're a coffee girly and do not have one. Love girlies who make their espresso at home, or their coffees at home. And then a car organizing system. This one was inspired by my mother, who goes buck wild. I mean, there is nothing that brings her more joy than creating a car organizing system, of emergency stuff and like roadside stuff. And I should upload a picture of the back of her car for you guys. Okay, now on to men. A magnetic universal screwdriver. This has been on my FYP for, I don't even know why, but it is. But it's the thing that has the magnetic end, and then in the handle of the screwdriver has all the different head pieces for every screw that you could possibly imagine. That, or any sort of functional tool, is a go-to every single year. Any sort of handy, just functional, cheaty tool is. For this one's experience, I have tickets to a sporting event. Always a good one. At-home workout gear. So again, one of David's asks this year were for, I don't actually know what they're called. They're push-up handles. You grab them, and I know that they have round ones that that my brothers I think used to have. I think my brother Carson used to have them, something like that. But they twist as you go up and down, and that way your hands are on the floor. That would be a great one. Fancy knife set or grill set. I get my dad one knife of the same set every single year for probably the last, it has to at least have been 3 or 4 years. And once he has them all, he'll have the full set. But they're really, really bougie and nice. And he gets one a year. And then, like, a grill set, you know, if they need a new grill set. Or if your man in your life still uses the wire grill brush, get rid of it. They are dangerous. Don't use wire grill brushes. You want, like, the hard bristle brush or whatever it is. New grill set. The 2 normal ones that are probably going to make the list every single year, a smoker and a dehydrator. Always a good one. Every man loves a smoker. Most men love dehydrators. A car detailing kit. Men love cars. Whiskey decanter. And you could do like that with the like matching whiskey glasses or whatever. An electric lunchbox. This is more for like your construction outdoorsy kind of guy. I think this was on the list last year because I still think they're great. But the lunch boxes that literally heat up the food itself, always good. Along with that, heated outdoor clothing. You can get hats, you can get gloves, you can get like under vests, you can get full coats, all of those things for the outdoor dude. Manscaped set. They have, I forgot what they call it. It cracked me up though. It's like a dome roller for their head, for the bald men in the life that still need to like shave a little bit of their head. They have the nose and ear trimmer. I think they call them the weed whacker. But love. Real leather toiletry bag. If your man travels at all, real leather toiletry bag is always a good one. Along with that, if they travel a lot, new luggage potentially. New hat or belt. Those are, I think, the 2 items that men will wear until they literally disintegrate off their body. So, new hat or belt. At-home golf simulator. This has also been on my FYP because David loves golf. And it basically, you have a piece of what looks like turf, kind of, on the floor in your house. And it connects to your TV. And you can swing a golf club. And based on how you hit the turf on the floor, it will basically show you what the ball would have done on the TV. That would be really cool for the golf dude in your life. I did see a fisherman's backpack, which I thought was genius. Instead of like a tackle box that they have to carry in their hands along with the poles and everything else, there's literally a backpack that has all the tackle box stuff in it. It has spaces for like knives and like all the things that you could possibly need to go fishing, and it wears as a backpack. And I think my favorite one for men would be a fast access gun safe. I grew up in Idaho. Most people owned guns. But I will say a lot of them had like full-size big gun safes where they just kept all of them. But recently there's been a huge amount of companies coming out with like the either like thumbprint, fingerprint little boxes, or like the ones where you press a certain button combination and it opens, and all of those, and you keep them like by the front door or by your bedside, and it's like just quick access. That is what I would get if I had a man in my life that had a handgun. I think that's the end of the list. That's all I have. Hopefully maybe some of those were good ideas for you. I really hope it helped. But that is my 2025 gift guide. Thank you guys for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one.